welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today. As you guys can see, I have some new hair for you guys, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how I install my lace wigs behind my hairline and how I leave a little bit of my natural hair out and like my natural baby hairs out to help make my wigs look a little bit more natural and how I actually just like them. I have been doing a lot of hair videos lately, so if you guys are interested in how I install my regular lace wigs or how I install some other types of wigs and how I customize my wigs at home, I will leave my past few videos linked down below as well, so you guys can check that out. But in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I actually glue down and sew down my lace wigs using Got2b glue behind my hairline safely, and how I actually blend my natural hair. I'm also going to be showing you guys just a little bit of how I styled this wig, but I didn't really do anything to it besides just install it and add a few layers to it, and this is how it looks. This wig is from Afsisterwig, and as always I will have the information, the specs, and the direct link to this wig linked down below, as well as a coupon code so you guys can save some money at checkout if you're interested. I will also have my Instagram link down below so you guys can stay connected with me a little bit more, especially on social and political topics going on in the world right now. I have been very vocal and interactive on my Instagram with just sharing information and knowledge about everything that is going on in the world right now, so definitely be sure to go ahead and follow me over on Instagram if that's something that you guys care about or you're passionate about as well, because we are all in this together. We need to keep ourselves educated, we need to keep ourselves in a good mindset, and we need to keep fighting for what is right and fighting for justice and humanity. So be sure to follow me over on Instagram so we can stay connected and chat a little bit more about that. Before we get started with this video, I did want to go ahead and give a little shout out to Sweet Drops. They did go ahead and send me over these CBD oil drops. These are in the flavor Fruit Blast, and they do offer 4 different flavors, so if you guys have a preference or anything, you guys can go ahead and select whatever flavor you want. These are 300 milligrams, and if you guys are not familiar, CBD does not contain any THC, so you don't actually get high. It just helps with relieving anxiety, relieving joint pain, reducing stress, and just overall enhancing your mood. I find it to help me just wind down a little bit better at night and to just relax before I go to sleep, because I can find my mind to just be racing all over the place, so I really like it for that. You just use the dropper and you place it under your tongue and hold for about 15 to 20 seconds, and it just absorbs in and relaxes you and soothes you and helps. So if you guys are interested, I will have these CBD drops linked down below, so be sure to check that out if you are interested. Without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and jump on into the video. I'm gonna start with the unboxing, and then I'm gonna get into like the actual installation, show you guys how I braided my hair, to leave out some hair, and to install this wig, and how I actually installed the wig. So if you are interested, then just keep on watching. So as you guys can see, this wig came to me in this beautiful black box that has Afsisterwig in gold foil on it. It has this beautiful blue satin ribbon on the outside, which is really, really nice, and I really appreciate it. The box is just a slightly bent, but nothing is damaged inside, and it's not like ripped apart or anything crazy, so I'm not really too worried about that. When you go ahead and slide the box open, you guys can see the wig is inside. As you guys can see, the wig did have a hairnet around it, as well as the white like foam tissue kind of paper inside to help keep its shape. So as you guys can see, this wig actually has a fake scalp parting to help the lace look a lot more natural and to make it so you don't really have to do anything to your part. There isn't lace ear to ear, but there is a section of lace in the front, as you guys can see, with it a really deep part in the center. There are combs in the side of this wig, and there also is an adjustable strap in the back, and then they also included an insertable elastic band, which I really, really love these because they really just help the wigs to lay really flat and secure to your head without even gluing or gelling down the wig. It lays really, really flat and feels really snug to my head just based on how the cap construction is, so I really appreciate that. And as you guys can see, this is a beautiful black and golden highlighted wig with these beautiful loose curls in it. So like I mentioned, I am going to be going ahead and leaving my hair out all around the perimeter. Well, just in the front from ear to ear on my hairline, I am going to be leaving my hair out. So for my braiding pattern, as you guys can see, I did 2 loose braids in the front that just held down my edges, and then I went ahead and just did 6 cornrows back Obviously, the smaller and the tighter you do this, the better, because it's just going to be a flatter base. But this is just what I did, and I think it worked out pretty well. But I do go ahead and take the ends of them, and I actually crisscross them over each other and basically just flatten them on my head. And I'm going to be taking a needle and thread to secure this and actually sew everything down to create a really nice flat base. I really recommend doing this because, one, we are also going to be sewing down this wig to our braids for extra security. So the more secure and flat your base is, and by sewing it down, it just helps it to be a little more sturdy. I definitely recommend doing this step if you have like longer hair or longer ends at the end of your cornrows. Once this is done, I am going to go ahead and just try on the wig to make sure that everything is looking okay. Once I placed it on, I think everything looks good, so I went ahead and cut off the lace, and then I reapplied the wig to my head. Like I mentioned, I'm using Got2b glue to install this wig. So I am going to go ahead and put the hair up in a half up, half down do, just to hold the hair back out of the way while I go ahead and apply the glue. And I do apply 3 layers of Got2b glue. I try to do a generous amount, but like a thin, smooth layer when I apply them. And then I am using a blow dryer on cool in between each layer to help up the speeding process. And always be sure to allow your glue to dry all the way down to clear before you apply your next layer.
Roll.
You better vote. On the 3rd layer, I don't let the glue get completely down to clear before I apply the wig, but I do let it get extremely tacky and very close. And then, as you guys can see, I went ahead and took the lace and pulled it forward. I made sure that I placed the lace slightly closer to my forehead and hairline than I actually want it to lay. When you are installing your wigs and any hair, it always tends to slide back just a little bit during the installation process. So I always recommend, especially when you're applying your wig like on your hairline like this, you don't want there to be like a gap or an obvious kind of space. So I went ahead and pulled the lace a little bit closer, like on the hair that I left out, and really just pressed down firmly and used my fingers to kind of itch the lace into the glue and help everything set really nicely. To set this in place, I did go ahead and apply a scarf, and I let this just set for about 5 to 10 minutes. I did want to go ahead and kind of just like reshape how the hair was laying, so I did push the hair in the front back because I didn't want it to just like lay flat. I wanted it to have some volume in the front. And then I am sectioning off the hair 1 inch behind where the actual wig starts from ear to ear, and I'm pulling the rest of the hair back and just pinning down the hair that I left out in the front. I am going to go ahead and take a curved needle and thread, and I'm going to be sewing from ear to ear right along this part that I just created. I'm going to be sewing the wig down to the braids that I have underneath, and this extra stitch is really just going to take some of the tension off of where we glued down the front of the wig and help it to not pull so much right there and like slide back or lift or anything, and it's just going to hold the wig in place a little bit better. I am going ahead and I'm just taking some loose powder that is kind of like a natural skin complexion, but a little bit lighter than my actual skin. And I'm going ahead and applying this in the parting space. Even though this is a fake scalp part and it already is defined, I felt like the actual scalp color was just a little bit too light. So I went ahead and just applied a little bit of this powder in the parting space as well as on my natural parting. But I am going to go ahead and later, once we remove braids are on the edges, I am going to go ahead and just repart the part so it matches with the wig a little bit better. But for now, I'm just going ahead and applying some powder to the wig part. Once this is done, again, I'm going to go ahead and add some Got2b glue freeze spray. I'm adding it in the actual parting space right where the wig actually starts, pressing this down really firmly, and then I am going ahead and reapplying a scarf and just letting that set for just a little while so that everything can just set into place. I am gonna go ahead and add some layers into this wig like I mentioned. As you guys can see, this is, I believe, an 18-inch or 20-inch wig, and being that it's curly, it's kind of just very blunt and straight, especially with this middle part. So I did want to go ahead and add a little bit of layers in the hair to give it some volume, but also especially around my face to shape my face and help my natural hair to blend in with the wig a little bit better too. You guys see, I'm just grabbing random sections of hair and I'm just adding some rough layers. And as you guys can see, once I added the layers and I was like playing with the hair and everything, the curls kind of got messed up a little bit. So I did go ahead and just refresh the curls with some water. And this is something I like to do on my natural curly hair. So I figured I'd go ahead and try it. And I liked how it came out. It made the hair really soft and it did help define the curls. So I went ahead and just took a dime of the conditioner, rubbed it in my hands, and just mostly focused on the ends of the hair and just redefining the ends and the curls just a little bit more. And then you guys can see this is what it looks like on one side, and I went ahead and did the other half off camera, and then this is what everything was looking like. I did go ahead again and apply a scarf just to my edges. I am gonna go ahead and now remove my natural hair. I did put some oil on my hands prior to removing the braids just to add some extra shine to my natural hair, because I feel like this actual wig and the hair on this wig is very healthy looking and very shiny. So I went ahead and just removed my hair on both sides, and as you guys can see, I did go ahead and refix that part a little bit. I just cleaned it up and made it look a little more lined up. And then I added some more of the powder into the parting space as well. I am going to go ahead and move on into baby hairs. This is an optional step, but this is something that I never go without on any hairstyle or any day. I never leave the house without baby hairs. So I am going to go ahead and just create some baby hairs with my natural hair. I'm just swooping the hair with a little toothbrush, and then once I have the shape I like, I'm applying some Got2b glue and then really just shaping and swooping everything into place. Once I have them how I like, I do go ahead and just take a paper towel and clean up the excess glue that may have gotten like on my actual skin that I don't want to just stay there to just dry up later. And then I am going to be using the Got2b glue freeze spray, and I am going to just use that to push my natural hair back and push the edges back and just sleek them a little bit and blend them into the wig a little bit better. And then once I have everything how I liked, I went ahead again and just applied a scarf to let everything set into place. I also took some Got2b glue freeze spray and the little toothbrush that I do use for my baby hairs. I just used this to brush down the parting space kind of in the back of the head, just so that the hair wasn't sticking up and it just was a little bit more flat and the flyaways were all pressed down. And then that is everything that I did to the wig for it to look like this, and I love how it came out. I feel like with leaving my natural hair out a little bit, it helps it to look so much more natural, and it just helps the hairstyle overall, I feel like, to just look much more natural and effortless. You guys can see these curls are so beautiful. They have so much movement and they are so soft. Again, I just only applied water and a little bit of conditioner just to the ends of the hair to define the curls a little bit. But as you can see, the hair still has like that natural little, just like slight frizz and body, which I love. If you wanted the curls to look perfectly defined and curled, you could definitely go ahead and apply like mousse or like a light gel or something. But I really like my curly hair and curly hair in general to look a little bit more frizzy and voluminous and big and not so perfect, because I feel like any natural curly hair doesn't look so perfect. So I really like how this looks. Like the curls are still completely defined, they're still really there, but you guys can see that natural little like slight frizz and volume that it's creating just helps the hair to look really natural and really beautiful. So I really love the hair on this wig and the curl pattern overall. I think it's so beautiful and very good quality. Like I mentioned, this hair is extremely soft, and once I added the layers and manipulated the hair and everything, I am not getting any shedding afterwards, so I really appreciate that as well. Now obviously I just installed this wig, so I can't really give you guys like a full review or a long-term review issue on the wig, but I will say overall, like I mentioned in the beginning, this wig construction, the cap construction, and the wig overall, the quality is really good quality. You guys saw how the wig is made on the inside, the adjustable strap, adjustable bands, and all of the combs and everything. This wig is very secure and comfortable and snug on my head, so I really just appreciate that the company actually makes good quality wigs and high quality wigs, and they're thinking about the wearer and the person who's gonna put that wig on and how they're gonna put it on and everything like that. The hair is also really good quality, and considering the fact that the hair came dyed like this and is dyed and is still very soft and very curly, these curls don't look like more dry than the others or anything like that. All of the hair is consistently very curly, very bouncy and healthy looking, so I really love that. And I love this overall like color job or dye job as well, like the dark hair with just the blonde highlights. And I love that it came pre-dyed like this so that I didn't have to do anything to it. And I also like that the roots are all left black and the hairline is also left pretty black. So again, if you're like me and you're gonna install this wig with like your natural hair out, it can still blend and look really good. So I really appreciate that and just love this wig overall. I don't really think I have anything bad to say about it. It is different because it isn't like a full ear-to-ear lace frontal wig, and that's something I'm used to, but this fake scalp here just really helps it to look so much more natural. I don't mind that it doesn't have to lace all ear to ear at all. I feel like this parting space definitely looks really good, and I literally didn't do anything except add the powder in it. As you guys can see, I feel like if you went in and plucked it, you can make it look more natural, but it looks really good off the bat. I didn't want to do too much to the wig. As always, I like to come on here and pretty much do my little touches to the wig and show you guys how you can do your quick little touches at home, but I like to show you guys how these wigs actually come, so if you're interested in buying them yourself, you know what you're getting. But I love this wig. I definitely recommend it. I definitely love how the curl pattern and the hair is looking overall. And I really like this style. You guys know I've been switching up my hair a lot recently, but I really like this style and just these curls and this color so much. So I'm definitely going to be leaving this in for a little bit. And I really just love how natural it looks with my hair left out and this fake scalp parting. So definitely be sure to try it out if you've never before, because again, this is my first time trying out a wig with like a parting space like this. And again, I was a little bit nervous about making it look natural and blend in, but I definitely think just leaving a tiny bit of hair out and just smoothing it into the wig how I did and like blending your edges into the wig just really helps to make this look really natural, and you do not have to do too much at all. Let me know what you guys think of this hair on me down below, and let me know what you guys just think of this wig overall. I think it was really easy to install, and I'm really happy with it overall and how it looks. You guys can probably tell because I've been looking in the viewfinder the entire time that I'm really obsessed with this wig and really happy with it, and I don't really have anything bad to say. So I will keep you guys updated. I'll be sure to do another video or leave an update in the description box if my opinions or anything changes. But I have gotten wigs from Afsisterwigs.com before, and they are a very high quality company, and their wigs are made to last. The hair is human and good quality hair, so it is made to last again and for you to be able to wear the wig over and over again. So I definitely recommend them. They have very good quality wigs, and this wig is another wig that I'm now obsessed with. So yeah, thank you to Afsisterwigs. This wig is beautiful and I'm so happy with it. Again, let me know what you guys think down below. I'm really happy with this wig. Again, if you guys are interested, I will have all of the information, the specs, and the link to this wig linked down below in the description box. So be sure to check the description box down below. Again, if you guys want to stay connected with me a little bit more, be sure to follow me over on Instagram. And if you guys made it to the end of the video, I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Mwah. Bye, guys.